Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Two wide receivers will be looking to be #1 targets on the field in today's game. It's Nelson's Packers going up against Bryant's Cowboys. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys. And we say hi again, everybody. Brandon Gaudin here as we count down to kickoff. I turn to my partner, that's Charles Davis. And Charles, Larry pointed out in the open, we've got a pretty good matchup of wide receivers here this afternoon, don't we?
And those guys have such a big impact on the game nowadays. We know it's a throwing game, but the guys who can go up and get it, the guys who can break tackles after the catch and make bigger plays, oh yeah, they love spotlight as well. They want the football, they want the attention.
Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And let's look at Green Bay. Here comes their offense. Here comes Aaron Rodgers. 4 touchdown passes against the Giants in the wild card round of the playoffs. Actually, he was the first player to throw 4 touchdowns against a Giants defense in the playoffs. How about that?
How about that? And how about the confidence he had in his team when they were 4-6 this season, and he said he thought that they could run the table. And they have since then. And it's been something else to watch, because you go back to when he said RELAX to the fans, and they had a big year that year. When Aaron Rodgers speaks, the Packers listen.
7 straight wins. The folks in Green Bay wondering, do they have 10 straight wins in them? Rodgers now on first down. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
No one happier to see number 18 Randall Cobb on the field for Green Bay than quarterback Aaron Rodgers. He says they make him a better team when he's on the field, and he does so because he stretches things as well as he's able to make the tough catches underneath.
116 yards, 3 touchdowns, including that Hail Mary in the wild card round.
He's so smart, so crafty, and don't forget they can also use him as a running back, put him back in the backfield there and take some pressure off of Ty Montgomery.
Now Rodgers, and it's hauled in by Jared Cook. Give him 11 on the gain there, and that leads to a Green Bay first.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll run here. This is James Starks. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And a wide receiver to watch in this offense, certainly Jordy Nelson.
And most defenses watch him run past them. Jordy Nelson can run every route in the route tree and take it to the house.
Again with Starks. And he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And that's how you get started and open up a game. Really well-blocked play. Picked up a nice chunk of yardage. And if you're the offensive line, that's exactly what you've talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control. And they gave their running back plenty of room to rumble.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now Starks. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And now the defense for Dallas.
Justin Durant doesn't get mentioned very often in conversation, but at the end of every game, he's made a lot of tackles.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for James Starks out of the backfield, and it's third down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He's got time in the pocket. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So our initial drive here this afternoon results in 3. I'm not sure that was a statement necessarily, but getting points on the road, never a bad thing.
No question about it, Brandon. You had a crowd that was all fired up during pregame introductions, yet you're able to quiet them just a little bit by taking the early lead.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So the Dallas offense, they'll get set to go. Dak Prescott, been a fairly smooth ride for the rookies so far. Everything going well. The postseason, though, Charles, could be a whole new animal.
I think that all the scrutiny about him being the starting quarterback and should Tony Romo take over for him has done nothing but toughen him. I think it's really steeled his resolve and the resolve of the team around him because they've chosen him this year to be their leader. So, yes, it's his first playoff game, but I don't think that's going to faze him at all. And doesn't he have a stat where his name is linked with Ben Roethlisberger's?
Yes, he and Big Ben, the only 2 rookie quarterbacks to lead a 1 seed in the playoffs. How about that? Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
2nd down following the run. They go to Elliott again. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Here's the offense, and I don't know what more you can say at this point in his career about Jason Witten.
You just give him full respect. This is a guy who knows how to do everything on the football field. Not just catch the ball, but huge in the run game with his blocking at the line of scrimmage.
3rd down and 1. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and it brings up 4th down.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Trevor Davis, deep for Green Bay. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Here's a handoff to start the drive to Starks. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. So just a lone field goal in this first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. We're back to Arlington in just a moment.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. They run again with Starks. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Defense sinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And he finds Cook. 8 yards there on a 1st down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. On 1st down, Rodgers. And Cook has it, left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. Yeah. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to take it down to the 40. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. So 1:55 to go in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Larry will have highlights and analysis of this first half. I'm guessing mostly defensive highlights that we will see.
Yeah, and that's kind of cool. No touchdown scored yet so far.
Yeah, none whatsoever. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Second down now after the pass completion. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. It's caught. Nelson. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. Rodgers now on 1st down. Finding time. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. His throw incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Touchdown, Packers! Jeff Janis, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that one a 13-play drive in total, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. Well, partner, something we're going to have a little while to debate, but let's go ahead and take a peek at the draft order. Browns, of course, will get the first pick of the draft. San Fran, Chicago, Jacksonville, and then Tennessee will actually have number 5 and number 18.
All right, let's take a quick look at these. Cleveland, San Francisco, Chicago. All of them have starting quarterbacks, but will they be in 2017? I doubt it. I think they'll have decisions to make about who's going to be their quarterback, and maybe that comes through the draft. Then you get down there to number 4 at Jacksonville. Blake Bortles should be solid in there, but with the
try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. It completes it middle of the field to Janis. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes a timeout, and now we're set to get going. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Rodgers to throw on second down. Caught on the right side by Adams. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. They come up in an offset eye. Now Rodgers. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football, worked so hard to get his feet down inbounds, tried to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really, by the way?
That he is.
How about that? What about young Davis?
No, it did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right there.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Rodgers now on 3rd and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jared Cook as the first half is winding down. And the Packers add on to their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now Crosby for the point after. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now come the Cowboys. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. A second down throw for Prescott. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Prescott on 3rd and 2. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Final play of the half, Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Cowboys are on the bad end of things at home, but will have 2 quarters to turn it around. The Packers deserve to be ahead, but will need to put together another strong half. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. 3rd down from inside the 20. Rodgers is going to complete the pass, and it's caught for the touchdown. Packers push the lead to 10. Now to late in the second. Under pressure here, and the pass is picked off. Randall's in position, and he is the one who comes away with the ball. Offense on the field now after the INT. Aaron Rodgers finding his mark across the middle of the field, and after the short pass, he'll score. Packers now up by 17.
Okay, Larry, a fairly one-sided first half as we get set to go in the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. A beautiful fake. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Packers defense here getting ready. They look good in the first half. They'll be looking to carry that momentum over into half number 2.
Finish a game the way you started it. That's typically the message at halftime when things are going well. You've done everything you're expected to do. How about a little bit more of that in the second half? But be aware they may throw something different at you to begin things.
Yeah, 50% of the equation still left to go. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Prescott now on second down. Going right side, he has Witten. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. He completes it to Bryant. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense. Still first down.
Here we go on 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Second down, Prescott. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's 3rd down for this offense.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the 2nd half. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
This is Starks to start the drive. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense.
319, 158.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And Adams has it complete. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Starks. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. This is Starks. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. They're trying to establish that running game, but they're really, really having trouble, aren't they?
Yeah, when you're running against a really good 4-3 defense, that means you've got big guys inside who control things. Those big defensive tackles are making it very difficult to find open space.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. They give him 12 yards and a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A run here for Starks. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And the defensive line controls the offensive front the way we just saw there. It doesn't allow any of the offensive linemen to leak downfield and get to the linebackers and block them on the 2nd level. You end up with the type of play we just saw. Linebackers didn't have to fight anyone off. Didn't have to knock anyone to the side. Didn't have to elude anyone trying to block them. They just saw the play, ran to the ball, and finished things off.
Here's Rodgers to throw. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. A good pickup there at 22. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Surveying the field. And complete right side to Cook. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Offense readies for a 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Rodgers throwing here. This will be caught at about the 6. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
They come out here in the eye. 6 yards still to go here on 2nd and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has the better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.